to Boost of the Juice. What? Boost of the Juice. What? Boost of the Juice.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Yes, I salute the divinity in you, sissy.
I salute the divinity in you.
We salute the divinity in you. So welcome back to Hump Day.
Yes, sisters with the
message. So welcome back. As you guys know, we have been doing Black History Month. During Black History Month, we've been doing our influential women, Black women in particular, for Black History Month. So
before we get into it, I do want to do a couple of things. I want to get it out the way so I won't forget, because I get going and then I forget.
That's it.
So the first thing is, I know that we've been talking about if you want to send donations to us or anything as a support to do it, and I keep saying I'll put a link. Well, Venmo does not have a link. You would just have to look for a capital B on Boost capital D on the DA capital J on Juice, and you'll see it. It'll come right up. I wanted to make sure that I got that out the way. I'm gonna check that off the way.
Thank you.
The other thing is, I want to give a shout out to Amber Hemingway for inviting
Amber. Thank you.
us, Sisters with the Message, to her platform, and she is doing, it's called Wolfpack Ladies on Thursday. And it stands for Women of Love and Faith. My sissy and I joined them last Thursday via Zoom, and it was so good. It's definitely something to look at and go to. You probably can get information on that from her. I will put her name at the bottom when we do that. The next thing is, speaking of Zoom, Boost of the Juice, chat it up, girls. Sisters with the Message. We on the Zoom.
So we mentioned to you guys a couple weeks ago. I think we've been mentioning for maybe a couple months on and off that we wanted to get into the Zoom. So I believe our first Zoom is going to be March 2nd.
March 2nd on Tuesday. But please know, we're going to do our Zooms every Monday. But this week we're doing it on
birthday,
Tuesday,
so we're going to do it on
Tuesday. Because it's my son's birthday.
Yeah.
So those were the things that I wanted to get out the way so I would not forget. So let's get into it. Today we are honoring Maya Angelou. Doctor.
That's right. Dr. Maya Angelou.
Pardon me. Okay. Dr. Maya Angelou. Right. And we've been taking like quotes or things that these statements that these influential women have said, and then we kind of talk about it. So this particular quote this week, I'm gonna tell y'all after I say it.
Come on.
I just feel like I don't even know. I just want to sit there and just be like, look.
Drop the mic.
Thank you. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So here is the quote. It says, "Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option."
Man.
Kidding me.
Come on, y'all know that's powerful. Come on. That's powerful.
On. So before we get into the topic, we're going to go ahead and let Sissy give some history on Dr. Maya Angelou.
Now, keep in mind, the history that I'm giving that we're giving each week is just briefing. It's like a brief overview. So we will have, I believe, her Wikipedia link. So you guys can like really check into these people, because they really are like influential women, not only the Black history, but to American history. They really played a part in our world. So make sure you check it out. So here's my briefing. Maya Angelou was an American poet and civil rights activist. She published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, and television shows spanning over 50 years. She received dozens of awards and more than 50 honorary degrees.
Come on.
Okay? That's where that doctor coming from.
It's well deserved.
She was born in April on April 4th, 1928, and she passed away May 28th, 2014. Okay. So let's get into it.
Let's get into the topic. I just feel like I'm going to say it one more time.
Yeah, we don't have to keep saying this one.
Never make someone a priority.
Come on.
When all you are to them is an option.
Man.
I just, for me, I really had lose a lost of words after that. Like, I'd be like, I mean, it's saying so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
really
saying?
Is. No, it really is. And I think that, well, let me just knock this out real quick, okay? I lost the nail. Because I talk with my hands, and I don't want them to be like, oh, the nail. Yes, it's a little tacky today, boo. I'm sorry, okay? I gotta get it done. It will not be here next week, okay? Because I talk with my hand. I can't, we ain't gonna act like it ain't here. It's here. We see it, but let's act like it's here. Okay. So while she get herself together, because obviously that's so funny to her, I don't get it. Let's just get back to that statement piece.
Yes, let's
never make someone a priority.
Right.
How it goes?
Never make someone a priority.
When all you are to them is an option. It speaks volumes.
Yes.
It's such a powerful piece. And everyone that we've done so far, it's like they have these statements that just make you want to just, you know what I mean? Because you can think of so many times that you've allowed that to happen to you. That you've allowed to be an option to someone, and you're treating them like a priority. But I'll let you get into this.
Like I said, when I heard that, I was kind of thinking and meditating on it. And of course, the first thing comes to your mind is a dude, right? You like, meanwhile, he your number one priority, and you ain't nothing but an option. But as I thought about that more, that can be
any relationship,
so many relationships in so many parts of your life.
Children,
friendships. Yes. It's like you at a job, you go in there, you giving 110% every day, and they can kind of take or leave you. So that could be your work life, your work relationship, and then of course we got the girl boy man woman relationship. But then it could be in friendships too. Have you ever just like been there for somebody? They calling you easing out the room because your husband sleep. You hold on and you easing out because you right there
and you're there for every phone call.
And then you have one day
that you just off.
This one little
feeling a little bit off.
Come on, it's so rare. And you like, okay, let me call them. Hello. They said, let me call you right back. I gotta finish watching the last little bit of this movie.
And then don't call you back.
That's what they were a priority. But baby, you just an option. And that movie they was watching won.
The big screen beat you, I'm sorry. Okay?
Serious, I'm laughing, but I've been an option.
I think we all have. I think we all are guilty of that, though. Seriously. Be real. In life, we've all made those trying errors with friendships. But I'll let you finish.
I'm just saying, like, that's friendships, and it's even like that with family. You know how you desire like these close, super close relationships, and you think it's gonna be when you're a kid and you with family, you think it's gonna be that way forever. You know what I mean?
That's
like like being a kid, I never imagined not being around my two other cousins. We were like peas, and we went everywhere. You couldn't tell us we weren't gonna see each other. Our kids weren't gonna get raised together. And now I see them sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And that doesn't mean they're not making me a priority per se. Let me put that out there.
Yeah.
But I'm just simply saying things change. Life goes on.
Yeah.
People change. We change. We grow. They grow. You can grow apart. And part of this too is making sure that you're not an option is also realizing that you're only in somebody's life for a season. Right?
Some friendships or relationships are just a season. That's right.
But what makes you an option is when you stay past your due date.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Sometimes it just hits me. No, that's when you become that option. And so you can't be mad at them that you stayed past your due date. You were a priority while you were within it.
That's right.
But once you've stayed past it, now you've become an option. But the key word is you made yourself an option.
Come on.
So that's my tidbit.
And I also want to get back to Dr. Maya Angelou for a moment. She has so many powerful quotes, statements, books, poems.
Man.
You know what I mean? That for me, she was like a teacher, because like this little piece of statement, I can think of so much of my life where I have, you know, allowed this. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like she was such a teacher, like, and make you feel like she just had a way with words that was so beautifully stated, but yet such a strong piece. You know what I mean?
Powerful.
So it just make you feel it like
she had an impact. Her words had a bang.
Were very impactful. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Because when I think of like, you know, never make someone a priority who's only thinking of you as an option, I think of, it sounds so simple, like just common sense, like, okay, so that's fine. Let me check that off my list. Add value to people that value me the same way. Or don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that simple. Yeah. It's not that simple. And why? Because we always feel like hopeful for people. And we hope that this would change. Or we hope that they'll see it through and start treating us fairly. And then it becomes a mutual interest. And then it'll be good. Or sometimes we see this fake potential in folks. Now, I'm not saying some people, they're not worth fighting for because they have this potential in them. Yeah. But if that person doesn't see the potential in them, why are you seeing that? Like, sometimes if they don't see it, they're not going to meet up to your standard of what you think it is. So I call it a fake reality or a fake potential reality. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think we do that a lot too. We just sit and hope and just like, oh, well, I'm not, or you turn a blind eye, you know, or you act like it's really not happening. When you know that your emotions and your feelings and your heart is telling you, like, this is not it. Like, it's like, no, like, this is not it. You're feeling bad. You're feeling sad. You're feeling down. You're feeling like, man, they did this to me again. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. I think this may be one of her quotes too. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. That's one of them. That's like the truth. Like, if someone show you, now we all have little bumps and bruises in our friendships, relationships, or whatever. You know what I mean? Every now and then. But when someone is like, I call it a repetitive offender. That's when you got to be like, okay, now I'm not a priority. I better step back. Right. And you know what? Nothing's wrong with that. It's not. That's okay, because in life and in life's journey, we all change. We change, we grow, we shift. And like my sissy just said, sometimes it's just, you know, some relationships are just for that season in your life. And it doesn't mean that you have to feel bad. You know, sometimes we feel a little sad if, you know, the friendship or relationship or whatever it might be isn't as strong as it once was. But I think you need to get in a place too where acceptance, you know, you just have to accept, like, okay, that's okay. And remember what that person was there for when it was so good and strong. I think I've had a friendship like that before, and I was like, man, what happened? Like, I was trying to wreck my brain. What did I do? What did I say? And I was trying to, like, email, like, what did I do to you? The text, what did I say to you? But, you know, and I didn't, sometimes you won't get an answer back. You know what I mean? And I know that I didn't do anything. When you know you haven't done anything to someone, and it's starting to fizzle out, that was just a season. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And accept it and understand that we all shift and change, and, you know, and then you just move forward. But don't sit back and just be an option to someone that's not making you a priority. Like, it's not fair. Especially when you're making them a priority and valuing what you guys have. You know what I mean? Yeah. And everybody has someone who's a priority. It just wasn't you. It just wasn't you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just and I'm just so sorry. No, I truly am, because I know what that feels like. And it is. It's such a miserable feeling. And it's hurtful. Because you know why? Again, you're going into that false, fake potential or false reality, and you're tricking yourself to believe that this is much more than what they're showing you that it really is. And so you have to prioritize relationships and friendships. And when you do that, you get hurt. You get burned. You know, and it's just, it's sad, but learn from it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. Like, for me, it hit me hard. I'm not going to lie. I could think of two, okay, right off the bat. But I learned from it. And it wasn't necessarily their fault. It was mine. I put them in a position that they didn't ask to be in. I did that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I allowed myself to be an option. And that's how I function. I try to see what I did.
Process,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I process it. If I try to sit and then they, because you know how you sit here hurting, you wondering what's going on, and you get around them and they living off the fat of the land. They good.
Living their best life.
Their best life shines bright like a diamond. And you sit there feeling crushed every time you're around them. So that just lets you know, like, that was a season and I'm past my due date. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Expiration date is done.
And
I'm holding on to it, and
okay.
this is why it hurt. But I'm still gonna value what I learned when I was that relationship,
and that's the important piece, because if you value what you learned in that cycle or during that time, I feel like that's so it makes you come out more powerful.
Yeah,
it makes you come out stronger. Well, you know, I'm stronger.
Hey, I'm wiser.
I'm better.
So much
okay,
better.
come on. I made it. Anybody out there, do you believe you made it? Tell your neighbor.
Never made it.
But seriously, you come out like on top on the other side. But if you just go and you're constantly feeling sorry for yourself, like, oh me, woe me, that's going to continue to happen to you because you're not facing the reality of what part you played.
Yeah.
So it'll be a cycle and it's continuous. So that's very important, you know, to remember. Like, just learn from it and move on. I learned from that friendship that was over, but you know what? At the time that I had that friendship,
it was needed.
It was so needed. I feel like on that person's end and also on my end, it was needed, and I'm so grateful. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything. I don't know, but guess what? I'm so grateful that it happened. That person was there for me. I needed them. They needed me, and that's okay. I learned from that friendship of, you know, we learned so much from each other, and it's okay because I understand people grow, people change, people move on. I've accepted that. I understand it. I learned from it, and now I'm able to move on. I'm not in tears. I'm not, because I used to say, man, if I see this person, I'm gonna be like, whoa, whoa, you know. But that's when you're not growing. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So in order to grow, you don't have to like tear somebody down or pick them apart. You got to know your role that you played. You know what I mean? So I figured it out. I'm good. You know, and I think that's what makes you better. Yeah. Because you learn from what your role that you played in it. Because you can't really, to be honest, you can't change somebody else. You can't. You only can revamp yourself. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. So what else did you want to say, girl?
So I wanted to give or talk about some quotes or different things that she said. Okay. Different things she's put out there. So another quote is, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside. Oh yeah. I mean, she's just like the things that she say. Another one was, nothing will work unless you do. Come on. Simple, but it mean, come on. Man, come on.
That's what I mean. Hers are so simple, but they're like, they make you think and you just get stunned in your tracks. Yeah. Like,
another one, I'll do one more. Another one is, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude.
Come on. And that's basically what I was just saying. You can't change someone else, but you can fix you. You can work on you.
You can work on you.
Yeah. I think she used to have this other one, like, people won't remember what you said. Sometimes people won't remember what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. I love that, because that is the truth.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. Like, you know, sometimes if you leave an impact on somebody or an impression on somebody and make them feel some type of way, they'll never forget that. They might forget exactly what you said or exactly what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So I just love Dr. Maya Angelou, because she was just so, just amazing. Just amazing. And you know what else? What were you going to say?
No, and I was also going to say, shout out to Tyler Perry. And
oh my God, I was just going to say that.
Because she did play in several of his movies. And he always. Like, pay homage to, he did it with Cicely Tyson. Yes. Maya Angelou. And I love it because he always do it. And he always, the way he writes them in, it's like he wrote it for them. Yeah. And it's always like a pause in the movie when she, you know, when one of them are speaking, or if he have a legend that's in his movie.
And you can tell the way it's written, you can tell it's homage.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. It's just, you know, so that, you're right. Shout out to Tyler Perry for that. He does. He does. He look out. Like, and that's what I'm glad you said that. I was going to mention that too. I have a list of some of her movies, just in case you guys want to check it out. Okay. Muddy's Family Reunion, that's Tyler Perry. Yep. She played in Roots, Poetic Justice. I know a lot of us remember that.
I don't remember her in Poetic Justice.
I think she was the aunt, like Aunt May or someone. Yeah. And then she has, I think this is like a documentary that she has in Still I Rise. It's her little documentary. Then we had like... Down in the Delta and American Quilt. This is just to name a few of them though. But yeah, she's
amazing.
She was something.
She's
and then
amazing.
She also have like, I encourage you, if you're not a movie watcher, or maybe you don't want to read a book, okay, or listen to a quote, but I encourage you to listen to read some of her poems. I mean, you can even listen to them on audio. They are so powerful, and some of them were so monumental doing, you know, for us, for Black people, you know what I mean, during those times. I mean, because she was born in 1928, so she like influenced a lot of strength. Yeah, you know what I mean, for us, you know, to keep going, keep your head up, stay encouraged. You know, I'm just gonna name a few of a list of her poems. Still I Rise, Phenomenal Woman. That's those first two are, man, I remember those as a kid. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I think that's a book as well. It is. Touched by an Angel, Along, Woman Work, The Lesson, Remembrance, and Million Man March poem. And that was because we had the Million Man March. And that was just all of the men, a million men came to march. Was it in D.C.?
I think it was.
But, and she had written a poem for that. So she's just been very just influential. And just inspiring. And you know, it's a legend. Yeah. And a hero, I think, for us in our community. And not just Black history or Black America, which she was huge for us, but I think American history, she was like just really monumental in that as well. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's all I have.
That's the boost for this week.
Oh, it's over. That's the boost. So keep in mind about the Zoom. That's going to be the first one we're going to try to do. It's going to be March 2nd, which is going to be on a Tuesday. But they will be every Monday. This is just being shifted because
and it's going to be at about 6:30. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because nephew have a birthday. Okay. Now we're back. I have nothing. It's going to be at 6:30.
No, it's going to be at 6:30. And I'll put that down and we'll make sure we're putting it out. So if you don't see it right away on the YouTube thing, I haven't, got the code yet, but I will send it out and we will post it. Even if it's just a quick video like, hey y'all, here's the code, join us. We'll probably do it that way. So,
and we're also thinking of,
wait, you cut me off.
When we do, I said that to her because I cut her off a lot. You can probably see it in all of the YouTube videos. But we're also thinking of, for that first one, we're probably going to have you reference this one for Dr. Maya Angelou and look at this video, and then we'll have a question and answer or discussion, Q&A and discussion. So we'll see how that goes and see if you guys like watching the previous video and then having a Q&A and discussion. So we'll see, but that'll be the first one for March 2nd. So it's more than likely going to be this one.
Yep. And that's the plan. We're going to, because sometimes when you watch it, you might be like, oh my God, that was so good. And you want to put it in the comments. Hello. But just imagine if that following Monday after the Wednesday, you like, I can't wait till Monday because I want to tell them this. So that's why we're doing it on
Monday. Or if it's something that we say that you didn't necessarily agree with or understand, it'll be there for that as well. So,
but don't pop up in that Zoom after I have raised though.
Shut up. Because we don't mind constructive criticism. We're not growing platform and we just want to be transparent. So it's fine. So remember to subscribe, click the notification button, and if you feel it in here, please share. Yes. And just continue to share. We thank you so much for supporting us, and also She want to laugh because I said supporting.
I did.
And also comment so we can know what you guys think.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all we have for this week for the boost. Okay.
Okay.
So
now
thank you so much. Now you got the juice.
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 Bye.